Hey guys, Rockin' Robert here with Banished. Now, do you guys want to have a Banished village that looks like this? Well, if you do, then carry on watching, because I am going to do a massive series on Banished, including how to do achievements and sort of my guide to surviving various parts of the game. So, as you can see, this is the one I've done to show you as an example. This one is self-sustaining by that point, but we're not going to be doing that one. We're going to be doing a new one. I'm going to start from scratch and show you everything you need to know about doing this game. So we'll just randomize them. Small, fair, on, medium. These are the default ones, I believe. I would personally recommend, if you're newer, trying a large or a medium map, simply because it gives you a lot more room to set up things like sort of all your foresters' lodges and stuff like that. But I'm just going to do it on small valleys because this is harder, and it will still show. I mean, that's what my other one was that you saw before. Admittedly, that one I did get kind of lucky with the crops I got early on, but we'll go into that as soon as the map loads. Right, so first things first, hit the spacebar to pause it. Right, have a look around at the map. This map is not bad, but it's not great. It's nowhere near as good as the map on my other one, but it'll do the job. Very enclosed starting position, that's the problem. Can't go across there though to expand there. Right, before we do any of that, I want all those things brought up. The first thing you do is you get your resource limits and you put them to that. If you don't do this, your resources will stop. They will stop gathering them / making them as soon as they hit that number. So that's why I do that. Professions, it's just so you can easily assign them and you know who's doing what. The map I just like having there, just so I can reference that and quickly move around. The event log will tell you when people die, when people hit adulthood, etc, etc, and of course that shows basic resources. Now the first thing I'm going to do is set up two 10 by 10 crops right in front of my storage barn. The size of crop you go for varies between people. That's two decent crops. I would have preferred wheat to corn, but that's decent. But yeah, a lot of people will advise either 11 by 11 or in some cases 9 by 9. I personally find 10 by 10 not. You don't get quite as much as you do with, say, 10 by 11 by 11, but you always seem to get the harvest, whereas sometimes on the 11 by 11 you don't. So that's one reason for that. Put a woodcutter next to your stockpile, a couple houses here. Make sure there's a gap there, because roads are invaluable, because otherwise it'll take you people a lot longer to get around. So with that bit set up, the next bit, this is the more complicated part, especially because this map doesn't really lend itself. I mean, it does to what I want to do, but we'll do that first then, right? So I'm going to go for a path straight down. Oh wow, it's actually letting me go straight over these. Nice. Right, I want to build this line straight to there. And then we're going to build another right there. This is going to be what our outpost is built around. Now what's an outpost? Well, that is what will get you through a lot of the earlier game. The outpost consists of a forester's lodge, an herbalist, a couple of storage barns next to each other, not like that. So I might put one there. It also consists of a gatherer's hut, and finally a hunter's cabin with the houses for the people to stay in. There is actually two more things that you need as well, and that is a decent stockpile and a woodcutter. Basically because you want these areas to be able to self-sustain but also feed the rest of your population, so you need What have we got? We've got 4, 5, 6 houses. 6 houses would be not quite enough, I don't think, so we will put one more there. This is key to your survival, especially in the early game. I'm going to use that increased priority. That will actually make them work on that first. I'm actually going to set 2 to that, and we will put 2 of them on building. But we're not going to quite start up yet, because there's a lot of resources around here we need to clear. Namely the iron and stone that will be inside of our outpost. That's what I call them. Some people call them nodes. It's the same sort of thing, but everybody sets this up in their own way. This is how I like to, because it just gives a lot of access in every direction. But like I say, these will be key, so might as well just put roads there, since the backs of these have sort of little bits that block off things growing, so that's why you need to get rid of all of this stuff as quick as you can, because otherwise trees won't grow there, and you need the trees. Now I'm going to speed it up as well, and I'm going to prioritise the stockpile so they actually can put the resources on there. The only things I fear for in year 1 are firewood and food. So I'll only actually build a couple of those houses to... yeah. The houses I have left will be enough. We'll actually cut down all the trees in the area around our starting base as well, because they're not any use to us, so they might as well be gone. Now a couple of things I'm going to do, they'll certainly be later on though, are controversial to say the least, I suppose, amongst the Banished community, because I disagree with some people's theories on certain things, which doesn't always gain you a lot of friends. For some reason, if you don't agree with the norm, people hate you. Oh, we got another adult, so that's good for that. Awesome that they're prioritising the Forester's Lodge, because that would be good to get a couple of people working on that ASAP. Okay, we're going to stick 2 into the Forester's Lodge. That'll start giving us some logs, which are obviously invaluable for building. Yeah, I'm not really in a good position to put a fishing dock down, which is a shame, because fishing docks can be quite good. I'll put 1 into the herbalist as well, simply because that affects the health of the citizens. As soon as health goes down, they get sadder, and they get closer to death, and it's just a very bad chain to get into, really. Let's see. Oh, actually, this is for later. Don't do this yet, because you don't need to. But it's about setting up for the mid/late game. So there we go. How can we still need so many houses? I should have paused one of these bloody things, because they don't need building. Idiot, idiot, idiot. And pause that as well, so they don't start building that. So how much food did we get off that? 672. That will feed 60 citizens. There was 72 left over, I believe. I think it's 100 per year per citizen. It gets so complicated late game, and you've got like 1,500 people, and you're just getting tens of thousands of food, or hundreds of thousands of food, I should say. Seriously, just do that, prioritise that, because sometimes they leave one basket behind, and then it won't grow the next year. So it's just a very irritating thing to have happen. Build the goddamn houses. How can you not have enough stone? There's shitloads of it everywhere. Okay, get those bits. And then grey is stone, and the dark grey is iron. Iron is not that necessary at the minute. Really? We're using firewood already? Shit, haven't built houses. People need houses. Come on, get this thing built. That still means there's going to be at least a couple of people who are out of a house. That's my fault. I blew all that stone and those logs into that, and I shouldn't have done that. Seriously, only 2 people moved in there? Looks like we're going to get a reasonable winter though, so that's going to save my ass a bit. Yeah, in future, just make sure you got... I usually think 5 houses do it, but it's kind of looking... Yeah, 5 houses should be enough, usually, in the first year. I mean, I've got 4 up, and yet I think I'm going to need 6. Which is ridiculous. And again, that's a kid. I think that's a kid as well, so those 4 will go into one house. Yeah, logs, that's done, so I can do that. Take a couple out of that, put them into gatherers. For the food, we're doing okay for food, so we'll be fine on that front, but... I did not play this year very well. Did not play it well at all. Yeah, I might as well do that now and let them build it when they want. Right, I'm not building this yet, it's just this is a decent place to put a dock. It'll get quite a lot of water there. Like with that, I'm gonna just position this down. Not to use for a while, just so it's there when I do want to use it. Oh shit. When I want to cross over there, because that'll be quite crucial to me over there. Where to build the mines? I'll put a mine there, not building it, pause it. Do not build it, you do not need it right now. You're just positioning stuff. If you're following it exactly how I'm doing it. If not, that's fine. The best way to play this game is to learn. Is trial and error. You will die. I died several times. But that's the beauty of this game. It's hard, but once you learn it, it's not... There's no tricks to it, really. It's just about playing smart. I kind of want to tailor at some point. Tailor is more important, but I don't have any leather right now, so... Could that fit in behind here? Yes, it could fit in perfectly. Let's do that then. We're going to put the tailor there. Tailor makes clothes, which is made out of leather and wool. Neither of which we have any of at the minute, but your hunter's cabin will gather you leather. Not sure how long this is going to last. I might do it in batches of 5 years or so. Things as you get further through, your game will start to lag. I think the first lag hits in at about 1,000 population usually. I think it depends how big the map is as well. On a map this size, I can... Well, I mean, my other one has already hit over 200, so it's a 300 plus map on valleys. As I say, this is... I won't run this particular village for that long, because what I want to do is focus on the achievements and show you how you can accomplish them. Actually, I have forgotten a key building. Now this is completely dependent upon whether or not you are playing with disasters on or not, but if you are, God put wells down. I put one at each side here, so that they're close to the houses, because the houses will catch fire for no reason whatsoever. They will just go into flames. And that is very irritating, to say the least. Alright, everybody's got a house, that's good. Oh, I know something else that can go on here as well, if it can fit. It can't, that's bull. Damn. Now, school's very useful, not going to be for a while though. So I don't think I'll position it, because it's not worth it right now. Town Hall's good, again, that's much later on though. We'll be able to squeeze, let's see, where's that go to? There, we could fit 1, 2, we could get 3 more outposts around here. Quite easily. Just expanding that way. Whoop, that wasn't where that was supposed to go. Remove those roads that were ill-placed. And then we just put this going down. And that'll be where those are. This one... I have to put it over this mountainous bit, to be honest. Will I be able to put a tunnel there? Because that would actually make a big difference. No, I can't. Wonderful. Oh well, I'll have to just build the road around the mountainous bit then. Unless it'll let me build it elsewhere. It will. Okay. Not building that for a while because a tunnel takes a lot of stone. And that's something we don't really have a lot of right now. So, right, we're getting more adults growing, so we're going to actually build, we'll put them into the foresters. What have I got to build? I've got 8, no, that's them. The wells take 4 each. They take a lot of stone. They take a lot of stone, so maybe I won't put a node down there. Because it's kind of a good place for some trading posts. Yeah. Do not get these for a while. Trade is good, but God, not at this stage. That's actually a good place for my quarry to go. So this is where things start getting the controversial sort of things that I do in this game. This is where this begins, with this building. Nobody, literally nobody, advises quarries. And I can see why. They are expensive, really. Especially in the early game, and to be honest, unless you've got space to spare, they aren't worth it. They aren't worth it. The thing is, quarries give a lot of stone. A lot of stone. People say to trade for it, but trading for stone is very expensive. I sacrificed a little bit of land that you lose for that for cheaper, sort of cheaper way to get stone, basically. Like I say, it's not everyone agrees. In fact, very few people do. But it's what works best for me, I found. So that's what matters when it comes to this. You know, what works for you. Okay, we can build that round now as well. I'm probably building things a little fast, but if things are going a little sort of scream, I can easily just put buildings on pause. For example, I will pause 4 of these, because they'll just be wasted resources otherwise. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm liking the look of this. That'll just connect that up to this road. move those bits over the road and then put that to there. Like I say, roads are crucial. Always use them if you can afford to put them down. Stone roads are good, but of course it's 1 stone per patch. Well, as you can imagine. But to do the equivalent, that's 35 stone. To do this one, 66. Like I say, if you've got stone to spare, go for it. But otherwise, don't. Just leave it. Can we get some more farms up here? Farms. Sorry, crops. I will keep referring to them as farms. It's something I do. It's what I've always done in this game. And it's what I will always do. I don't know why, but they are just farms to me for some reason. And I think I'll put another crop. Here, nearly said farm again. Usually I'm not so reliant on crops because late game crops, although they're good, they will not save you. They will give you a little bit extra food, but that's it. Late game you're relying on trade. What's that? That's corn, so this should be bean. And that should be corn. There we go. If I didn't have beans and corn, if I had something like, say, peppers, I wouldn't be doing this because peppers suck. They are literally, I think they're the worst food resource you can get. Honestly, I wasn't going to play this game on my channel because I didn't honestly think there was a lot to it to sort of put it on a gaming channel, but I've seen other people doing it recently and it hurt watching them fail so hard at it and building stuff that they didn't need so early on, like marketplaces and town halls and even hospitals. Don't build them early, you don't need them. They will not benefit you at all in the long run. Now we have not got a lot of logs, but we've got some decent firewood, decent food, even got some leather, so I'm going to build my tailor now. Another argument that I tend to be on the sort of side of not many people agree is the argument of tailor or blacksmith first. I choose tailor because if a person hasn't got tools, they will still work, just not as effectively. If a person hasn't got clothes, they'll get cold. And cold people don't work. They go and sit by either a fire or just go to their homes. I'd rather have less effective people working rather than just sitting in their cottages doing nothing. As I said, not an opinion people tend to agree with, but it's what works best for me. I will start. I think I might actually get the quarry going early. Not something I'd advise in general, but I think I'm going to go for it, just because there's not a lot of stone really knocking around. Iron, you see, there's a shitload of it. A few more people. I'm going to put 2 more into the hunter's cabin so we can get some more leather for clothes mainly. I'm just going to have all of this be freaking mined because I don't mind clearing some bases up like that. I'm going to need a decent stockpile here for the workers to put the stone off onto. And we'll put 3 houses here for the time being. Can I build a roof? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll try to have everything connect in some way. And I can get a storage barn here. This actually makes it viable for me to build the fishing dock now. Because it will actually be connected. I'll probably only put 2 episodes into this, sort of to about year 10. But I'll definitely continue this in my spare time, and I'll probably show you the results of it. But I just want to show you the early game, and this is honestly what it does look like for me. There will be some situations where it'll change. For example, there is one achievement where you cannot use crops, they're crops or orchards. And obviously that will change drastically how I start. So I'm not sure which achievement I'll do first. I'll probably just do a big population one to get it started. That's the easiest one. The last one I'll probably do, because it's, I'd say the hardest, is Mountain Man, which is get to 50 population and sustain it for 5 years on a small mountainous map with harsh conditions, I believe. So, like I say, that's the plans down the line. Oh wow, the world's been built, nice. Yeah, prioritise this, because then you can dump those resources onto this. Yeah, I've got way too many buildings waiting to be built. That's not good play. Not good play at all. I'm gonna put this... Let's see where the path from this comes to. Okay, so it really... Okay, so it will go to there, which means we've got to... That goes there. I cannot put... Oh, that fits perfectly here. Will this fit on the back of it? Nah. That's a shame. It's awful finding buildings that fit in this goddamn sort of size area. Just gonna have to be goddamn stockpiles everywhere, isn't it? Oh well. It's not the worst outcome. Good food. Logs are still not building up very quickly, are they? I might... No, I can't. I considered putting down my next bloody node already. I'm like, no, you can't really do that, Robbo. That will not end up going well for you. No point in me building stuff if I haven't got the population to work it. You see, if I positioned these better here, I'd have actually been able to get through across there probably, so... That's one thing you got to think about as well. Make sure you properly measure out the area you've got at your disposal, especially in your starting location. Early winter, plenty of firewood. Not everyone is clothed though, which is worrying, but population's looking good. Already up to a solid 33, pretty healthy. I actually legitimately need both the tailor and the blacksmith to be built. And I also need that so that I can get them built. Actually, let's put a bunch more people on the building. And prioritise that so that we can get them some clothes and keep everybody warm, because they will freeze to death as well. That's another thing. This is looking nice. I like the looks of this. This could actually have more potential than the other one I was building. Okay, we're gonna put that down here. just so I want to cover all the area as much as I can. So if we lock that on screen, when I click something else, then I can keep that yellow ring there, which means I can put the Forester's Lodge. That there. Yes, they'll overlap a little bit, but not too much. Obviously, build the road up a bit more. Now, these won't be built for a while. Same as that won't be. Come on, build the Taylor. I need the Taylor built. Oh, it's Spring 5, so that is where we shall end this episode. So that's the first 5 years. Please stick around. I'll show you the next 5 years, and then I'll go on to doing achievements, which will be on larger maps. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.